All right, tonight the Trump campaign is launching critical legal challenges in key battleground states amid signs of voter irregularities, counting abnormalities, and allegations of fraud, lack of transparency. For example, in Michigan, the campaign filed a suit citing a lack of Republican access to counting centers. And earlier this evening, the campaign laid out legal steps to preserve the integrity of the ballot in Pennsylvania, accusing Democrats of scheming to dilute Republican votes. And the campaign also moving for a recount in Wisconsin. By the way, normal procedure. Here with reaction, Fox News legal analyst Greg Jarrett. Greg, your take. I watched today, and I watched Eric Trump give a very passionate speech for his father, and then point out, then a poll watcher got up and said he wasn't allowed within 100 feet to watch the polls. What's the point?
Yeah, exactly. Michigan is a perfect example. Keeping people away 30 feet, 50 feet, 100 feet away. You know, a poll watcher has to be able to watch. And under the law, they are entitled to what's called meaningful access. Well, 100 feet away, you can't see anything, so it's meaningless. And so these lawsuits have been filed to force the state of Michigan to allow these poll watchers, because that distance away, you cannot see the vote, you can't see the ballot, you can't see the signature, you can't see the tabulation, you can't even see the postmark on the ballot. But the other kind of lawsuits filed in Georgia and Pennsylvania are deeply troubling. The law is very clear, for example, in Pennsylvania, passed by the legislature. All ballots must be received by the Board of Elections no later than 8 p.m. on the day of election yesterday. But the state Supreme Court in Pennsylvania said, we don't care about the law. These are, by the way, elected Democrats on the Supreme Court in Pennsylvania. So they invented out of thin air their own law. They're not lawmakers. They're justices. And they said, we'll start counting ballots that are received on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Well, that's not what the law says. So Republicans went to the U.S. Supreme Court and said, this is wrong, it's unconstitutional, please fix it. This was weeks ago. But thanks to Chief Justice John Roberts, who sided with the liberals, they refused to take up the case not once, but twice. They did keep the case pending, so today the Trump campaign filed a motion to intervene in the pending case. Will the Supreme Court take it up? My guess is they'll continue to try to avoid and delay. But, you know, all of this, Sean, could have been avoided if the U.S. Supreme Court had done its job, stepped in and said, justices of the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, you're not lawmakers, you're judges. Do your job. Do not usurp the authority of the legislature.
All right, Greg Jarrett, thanks for the update. We're going to keep following that. Last night,